Today, I'm going to show you the exact path to becoming a consistently profitable trader who knows exactly what they're doing and sleeps well at night. But here's the interesting part. Most traders are trying to climb a mountain without a map. They don't know where they are on the journey. They don't know what the next stage looks like, and they don't know which trap is waiting for them. The result? They repeat the same mistakes year after year. But if you have a map that shows exactly the 5 stages that every trader must go through, from beginner to professional, then you'll know exactly where you are, what's next, and the specific step to move forward. This video is that map. 5 stages. For each stage, the symptoms, the trap, and one specific action. Now, let's walk through each stage. Stage 1 is when you don't know that you don't know. You enter the market with a beautiful belief. If you find the right setup, the right indicator, the right mentor, you'll win. This is the Holy Grail syndrome, believing there's one thing that deletes losses. And the most dangerous part of stage 1 is beginner's luck. One random win makes you believe you're skilled. Dopamine kicks in, and your brain learns the wrong lesson. Risk equals correctness. Crypto creates moonshot mentality. Forex creates a leverage trap. Options tempts you with cheap OTM contracts that feel like a deal. And then, the market gives you a gift, a drawdown painful enough to wake you up. Stage 1 usually ends with a reality check. Quick self-check. If you believe one indicator, one mentor, or one perfect entry will remove losing trades. That's stage 1. Your next step, take 20 trades at micro size with a fixed stop and fixed risk. Your only goal is simple. Did you follow your stop and did you follow your size? Not, did I win? Stage 2 is when you finally admit, okay, I actually don't know what I'm doing. But instead of calmly building a foundation, most people fall into one loop, system hopping. You run one method for a few days. You hit a losing streak. You conclude the method is bad. Then you buy a new course, a new indicator, a new mentor. The more you learn, the more confused you get. That's analysis paralysis. Too much knowledge, no execution. Another trap, guru/signal dependency. Because if you trade someone else's call, losing feels less personal. Stage 2 is also where you start learning risk and applying it wrong. You move your stop to break even too early out of fear. Or you take one loss and revenge trade to get it back. If you're in stage 2, you don't lack knowledge, you lack structure. Your next step for the next 30 days, freeze new inputs, one setup, one time frame, one trading window, journal execution mistakes, not P&L. And that structure is exactly what shows up in stage 3. Stage 3 is the aha moment. Trading isn't a prediction game. It's a business of probability management. You stop asking, will this trade win? You start asking, does this setup have positive expectancy if I repeat it 100 times? And you detach your identity from outcomes. One winning trade doesn't prove you're a genius. One losing trade doesn't prove you're useless. It's just one data point. Stage 3 is where you define an edge clearly, not a good feeling. Specific conditions. A good plan is written as if-then. If conditions A, B, C happen implies then I enter with risk X, stop here, target here. The clearer it is, the less room emotions have. If I had to choose one thing that separates pros from amateurs, it's not entries, it's risk. Because in trading, you don't die from one trade. You die from a sequence of trades. Lose 50% and you need plus 100% just to get back. Pros don't let themselves fall into that hole. A simple standard, risk as a percent of equity, 0.5% to 2% per trade depending on style. The key, keep risk consistent, and you need to see stop loss as insurance, not punishment. You pay a small fee to stay in the game. Stage 4 is when you start getting consistent results. But to execute correctly, you still have to try, because impulses are still there. And here's the weird but true sign. Trading starts to feel boring. Pros, live by routine. Pre-market, check the news calendar, mark key levels. During the session, only trade when the checklist passes. After the session, journal. They don't just record P&L, they track MAE and MFE. And they tag emotions: fear, greed, revenge, confidence. In stage 4, consistency beats intensity. You do fewer things, but you do them right, over and over. Stage 4 still has boss fights. The biggest boss is God mode. After a few winners, you increase size just a little. You loosen rules just a little. And then one normal reversal hits. Pros don't die because they don't know. Pros die because they get lazy and overconfident. Another trap is performance anxiety. As the account grows, the numbers press on your psychology. The solution is the same: percent risk, checklist, routine. Stage 5 is when you trade almost like a reflex, not reckless, refined. You recognize context fast: price rhythm, candle speed, liquidity locations. You feel it because you've seen it thousands of times. Flow isn't a magical floating feeling. It's a state where you do the right thing at the right time, without forcing it. And mastery teaches this. Trading is an energy management game. No sleep, tired mind. You don't trade. The peak of stage 5 is knowing when to step aside, because not trading is also a professional decision. Same person, different market. Your learning speed can change dramatically. Crypto is 24/7 and creates time compression. You see volatility more often, so you learn faster. But burnout is a real risk. Forex is highly liquid and often noisy. If you scalp, you must tolerate noise. Stocks have clear market hours, a mental reset. But you can overload yourself with company news and macro analysis. Practical advice: pick one market, one time frame, one trading window. Don't try to learn everything at once. Quick recap. Stage 1 is illusion. Stage 2 is despair. Stage 3 is probability and risk. Stage 4 is routine and discipline. Stage 5 is flow and knowing when to step aside. Now it's your turn. What stage are you in? Comment stage 1 to stage 5. I'll see you in the next video. Stay disciplined.